is a waterfall of windmills and rockets and empty baskets. In my heart is a waterfall, bleeding pine trees and lit up windows and poison arrows. In my heart is a waterfall of silver linings and dirty laundry and bedtime hate. In my
I do not have things fully set up. So hi, how are you? As you can see, I'm in the new place. I definitely don't have things fully set up. In fact, I like 5 minutes ago found the little bracket things for my monitor holder thing. I don't know what it's called. So how are you? Agreed. Yay for the new place. I was actually just I was making my tea, and I was just, thinking about how I was using my copper kettle on my stove and getting my creamer out of my refrigerator that has nobody else's shit in it, and just all the things. It's glorious. I'm tired as hell. My back, it thinks I could go fuck myself. But I'm getting things put together, and it's good things. And I lost my mouse. Where is it? There. Okay, so waves. I need to do my archives discussion post so badly. So if I report that I'm writing, something has gone horribly wrong. Or maybe it went horribly right and you got your discussion posts already done so fast that you ended up having time to do some writing. Hello, I just found out that I seem to have edited out 500 words from quarter 2. So my goal tonight is to come up with 500 new words. You got this. Hello, some editing done today and some housework. Yay. Not, but it's done. Yes, that's fantastic. Hi. Hey. Let's see. Hello. I've missed you guys so much, and I have a lot to catch y'all up on. But I'll get into that more after our first sprint. So we are chatting for 40 minutes. That's usually my job. Yes, dance break. Hi. Yes, if YouTube acts a fool, join us on Twitch. I remembered to hit the button tonight. And I put these up already, but I am putting them up again because, yeah. It may be partly because of updates, and also partly because my internet is like super fast. It's about 600 gigabyte per second better than it was, or no, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's a bunch. Maybe it's 600 megabyte per second. I don't know. Either way, it's way fast. Hi. So worth it. That's kind of why I questioned earlier. Yes, I definitely do. The only people I've had to talk to the past few days has been Marvin and Cammie, and I love them both, but I would like to talk to other people too. Thank you. Yes, he is directly behind me. Let's see, reading this first sprint after a busy day. Then I'll start writing words. Yes, I love it. Hello, Miranda. Leanne, hello. First time live with me. And got 3.5 pages to write, so you can start a new book, a new notebook. And you handwrite. That's wonderful. I love it. See, I'll be updating my planners. Yes, always fun when you get to play with your planners. Absolutely. So much that. Yes, welcome. Yeah, it is because I only have you on 30 right now. Oh, for volume. Nice. Maybe, you know what? I am using a newer mic that I usually keep attached to my other computer because the one that I usually use is at the other place. Still, it's on a whole arm and stuff, so maybe that one is just too old and I need to retire it. Oh wow, normally I'm on 70. That's wild. All right, so yay for the newer mic, and I'll definitely be retiring the older one, because that's all that's changed. I mean, like, I'm in a different space, but it's more likely to echo in here than to be louder. So perhaps my microphone was just aging out. All right, so it is 6 after. I have fresh tea and a couple of monitors to put up. So the little more crisp background is definitely the fancy, faster internets. That, and I'm the only person on these internets. So that may have something to do with it too. There is nobody else on my internet. Marvin has his own. He is right over there. Like, I can, well, if it wasn't dark, I could see his place from that window. So it's just me on my fancy fast internet. And I do feel super fancy having really fast internet and just like, it's just me, the dogs, and Catherine in here. Although I've barely seen Catherine. Ooh. Let me tell you what this man did. I know I'm gonna make us take way too long, but whatever. So I had to get all the dogs yesterday evening, and getting them into the truck, all of them was it was a circus. Wolfie is anxiety ridden on a good day, so the past few days of moving and stuff, anxiety has been ramped up, and like, how small dogs tend to be really anxious, and they act out real bad when they're anxious, and they're just fuckers. Well, picture that, but in an 85-pound, well, a 90-pound body, because with a ton of fur, because that's Wolfie. He is like a very small, anxious dog in a 90-pound body, and he doesn't understand that he has a 90-pound body. So getting everybody into the truck was an adventure. And then I still needed to get Dolce. Dolce is the other cat that I have, but she's not technically my cat. I do have to get her, but not yet. I had to get Catherine. Dolce's on my brain because I do need to still get her. So Marvin said, well, why don't I go get her? I have more space in my truck, and I can just put her carrier in there. And I said, okay, great. Do that. So he gets the cat. He puts her in the carrier, and he basically does a scoop and shove, which I understand. He doesn't know the cat. She doesn't really know him. And So, that just a real quick thing is probably a better idea for him. So that part was fine. But then we get here and we're both carrying stuff in. And when I got here, it was pouring rain, like buckets of rain. So I took one dog in and was immediately soaking wet, head to toe, like I had just, jumped in a swimming pool. And so I take all the dogs in. By the time I get all the dogs in, and I've moved the truck and I'm starting to put stuff over the fence. It has stopped raining now. And I'm putting stuff over the fence to get it into the yard so that, I'm not having to go all the way around to the gate, which is exactly where I wanted it. So it's not convenient for moving, but it's convenient for the rest of life. So I'm doing that. He brings Catherine in, and he sets her in the dining type area. And then this motherfucker opens the goddamn cage. And so there is a space that had a leak. It's behind the tub, behind the guest bathroom tub. The primary bathroom, which is where my room is, or off of my room. It's an ensuite type deal. They're connected. The two tubs are right in line with each other, and it's one giant open space. But the guest bathroom shower faucet was leaking, and he had opened that panel, and he just left it open. So guess where Catherine's hanging out? Did you guess underneath the tubs? Because you would be right. That's where she's been hanging out. Did I yell at him? I did. Do I feel bad about it? No. In fact, I still kind of feel like I want to yell at him a little bit more for it. But I have seen Catherine a couple of times, and it is an enclosed space, so she can't get outside. I am in my new home, which is great. She can't get outside, and I am, I just put her litter box in the laundry room, which is where that space opens out into. And I put her food in there, and I blocked it off so the dogs can't get in there and bother her. And I'm just letting her take her time, and she'll come out when she's ready. So, yeah, she is in full cat hut mode. We do. So yeah, I really truly asked him. It was, and I actually felt better about it after it until I found out about the cat. I actually asked him. I was like, "Why would you let the cat out?" And he said, "I thought I was being nice." I said, "That is not nice to a cat that you've just moved houses." And I was a bit louder about it. Not a whole lot, but, it got my point across. And again, yes, I am in my new home. And it's a fixer-upper. It needs all the work. I've mostly been cleaning it, but I love it. Yes, cat hut mode entirely. And I'm hoping that in the morning I can lure her out with some soft cat food and get her to come and hang out with me a little bit, and then I can shut that panel. She can still have the laundry room as her safe space, but I'd like her not to be under tubs. I mean, it's not going to hurt her or anything, but I just don't like it. All right, so 14 minutes in, let's go ahead and get into our first sprint of the evening. All the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? I got a monitor up. So, and I started watching Rachel Moxie's video that she posted 2 hours ago. She's opening a Victorian themed cafe. How cool is that? Let's see. Did the planner thing and watched YouTube. Yes, love it. I'm revising the chapter I finished earlier today. One of my favorite tools would be the Google Docs app. Yes. No. Ooh, it has a little... Weirdo. Yeah, the howl definitely did not play. Let's see. Okay, so big updates. I'll keep them brief. 1, officially start my paralegal classes on August 2nd, 24th. 24th. Excellent. Got the green light from the cardiologist. Good to go under anesthesia. And finally, Charlie made progress on the background reading for discussion posts. She fears it is more complicated than originally thought. I sympathize deeply with you. And Bethany, 556 words. Yay, that means I made up the ones I edited out second quarter. Congratulations. And 3, my hysterectomy, this is back to Melanie, is scheduled for October 16th. Yes, I love it. Business admin and marketing things. Love it. Yes, the thing is, it's not playing it on my side. And I have yet to figure out why. But the howl, hearing it on my end, helps me know that the sprint is over and I should pay attention and not be, zoned out off in YouTube or Elvenar or, various other things, schoolwork, because I have that to do. And I'm taking a pause on moving over the next few days because I have a presentation due on the 16th of this month and 2 papers due and a painting due on the 19th. So I'm kind of at crunch time, which is why I was in such a rush to get as much moved over as I possibly could. That was necessary, Yeah. Yes, it plays wonderfully for you guys, but it's only me that it's screwing with. Well done, all. Yes. I was listening to some music, no words, but music though. I love it. Charlie's writing, you got this, just take your time and don't rush unless you're on a deadline. Amen to that. 1.5 pages done, slow going, but almost there. That's excellent. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I will keep that in mind. And it is absolutely not weird. If I had known prior, I absolutely would have. My granddaughter also uses grandchild also uses they, them pronouns. I'm not saying I won't fuck it up, but I will keep working at being better. I can promise that. I will keep correcting myself. Figuring out this plot is proving to be more of a challenge than I would like. Challenges happen. And usually we're a little bit better for them. Not weird at all, Charlie. Thank you for letting us know. Absolutely. But the wolf howl always not playing is why I always have my messenger up in case she's zoned out and doesn't hear her howl, so I can tell her, hey, look at the screen. And I cannot tell you guys how many times that has happened. It's an embarrassing amount. Let's see. Melanie, you are always so sweet. And regarding the discussions, I got an extension, but it's until tomorrow night, so I'll be fine. Yay! I love a good extension. Glad to see you're locked in, Jess. Me too. No, it's funny as fuck is what it is. Yes. And the funniest fuck is that's in reference to me and my being zoned out on, just about anything else. It is what it is, though, right? All right, here we go. All the magic, and I will see you on the other side of sprint number 2. did you do? How did you do? So, I didn't really do anything beyond medicate the puppy and watch Maybe Bree on YouTube. So I'm enjoying it, and I watched some weirdos at the end of the drive. It's a shared drive, but yeah, weirdos. They left, so whatever. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Louise's computer froze. Oh God, no! I'm so sorry. Melanie wants to stick around longer, but is getting up super early to dash the breakfast rush in the morning, planning to start at 7 a.m. Oh my gosh. Yes, go to bed. Go get all the sleep. Yes, absolutely. Night, Melanie. Well, my neighbor is mowing, and it's 9:20 and dark outside. That is an adventure, and it's definitely a test of your neighborhood's tolerance levels. I don't know if you guys could hear it or tell or whatever, but like Damon's right here next to my foot snoring, because he moved around after I gave him his meds. And then Wolfie is right over there, also snoring. And Shira is on the dog bed, also snoring. I love it. This is awesome. I finished the chapter. Absolutely fantastic. You're going to read for the rest of the evening. Yes, enjoy. Well, my lovely roommate distracted me for half of that sprint, but I did make some progress on the background research. I love it. Unfortunately, things continue to get more complicated. I'm sorry. That's kind of how I feel about Jung. Things continue to get more complicated. Well, and you have a super distracting friend who... Yes, that too. But I don't mind. I really don't. I'm learning far more about copyright law than I expected. Ooh, that's a deep topic there. Literally, because like there's so much to it, and so many requirements in regards to quoting and citing and not quoting because allowed, and so much. Words happened. Yes. Finished my episode for my serialized romance on Substack. I love it. Yay, Leanne! Finished the notebook. Yes! Excellent work. Bad computer. I didn't write, but I did pick up a book. Yes! I hope it's a good one. Got 85 words already. I have to get up at 4 a.m., so I might not stay for the entire next sprint. No worries. Get all the sleep you need. It's so important. Lori, serialized romance on Substack. Do tell. How do I find it? Lori, you may need to send Jess your link so that she can post it, because YouTube doesn't always allow people to post a link. So, but I'm totally cool with you posting it. Absolutely share it. Probably because it's not hot as fuck right now. It's only 82. That makes sense. Yeah, me too. 267 words after all the nonsense. I'm sorry about the frozen computer. That is such shit. Revising the manuscript. Need 20,000 to make for a good-sized fantasy. You got this. Yes, if anybody wants to share anything, Rhiannon is okay with. You can DM on Messenger. Yeah, exactly that. But yeah, so this is so great. I have all my doggies here, and once Catherine starts coming back out again, We're going to have Katarin on camera. Ah, I love it. I love it. This is amazing. All right. So, all the magic, and I'll see you on the other side of sprint number 3. How did you do? How did you do? Let's see. Louise changed computers since that one was driving her around the bend. Tried to work on the main floor since it's warm in the office. But on the second floor, but we'll put up with the heat because frozen computer. Whew. Sorry. Yeah. So, Wolfie and Shira have been really stressed out. Their anxiety has been at an all-time high. Damon wasn't super stressed out. However, he was stressed by the way they were acting. So now he has incredibly bad gas. And his booty is right here. Right here. Also, at the old place, I got this lovely letter from Miss Pauline Williams, who decided to send me religious spam in my mailbox. And I am thoroughly displeased with this woman. So yeah, I've been hanging on to it because I haven't decided what I want to do with it, because she did also include her phone number, and like the PO box, where is it? There. So yeah, I'm contemplating what exactly I want to do with it. And like, what the fuck? A trouble-free paradise is a certainty. Be so fucking for real. So yeah, I am contemplating what I want to do with that. Do I want to start sending her pagan tracks? Oh, I need to check and see if I have that still. Yes, spam with her contact info. Exactly. My inner golem is not happy about it either. But my inner villain says, wait. You should ponder this. You should decide exactly how to respond with thought and planning, and that kind of thing. Finished one discussion post. Yay! Congratulations! But you only have one left. That's not 2 anymore, so excellent work. 871 words. Yes, love it. And just again, yes, not all that smart. She likes to eat bugs with a warthog. I have naughty things you could do, none of which I should say publicly. Oh, I love that. Just saw the flooding and misery. Oh my God, how awful. Yeah. To be fair, though, I haven't seen anything about the flooding and misery, but I will say it generally floods every year. Like, I was taking a trip. I was going across the country to get to visit my shite sister, before I realized just how deeply shite she was. And I was driving through misery, and I kept seeing, all this weird stuff out in the lake. Good night, Lori. Sleep well. So I kept seeing all these weird things out in the lake, and I was like, that's odd. And the lake was on either side of this road that I was traveling on. And then I realized that those things were actually the tops of houses, the tops of churches, the little steeple. Like, the area there was flooded. And I ended up taking this super long detour through cornfields in I think it was fucking Iowa, or Illinois. It might have been Illinois. I get the two confused. And I get back into Missouri because I'm trying to get west, not east. And I stop at a store and I'm insanely pissed. I'm like, what is up with all this freaking flooding? And they tell me that the whole area is a floodplain. And it does this every stinking year. And I was like, what? So y'all, people came here ages and ages ago, figured out that it flooded every year, and just kept building. And they built main roads through this. So it is now forevermore misery when I talk about it. Let's see. A former student who lived in Mississippi said he laughed every time people called it the SIP because it's like a big water bowl for rain to land in. It is. And it floods, throughout the Mississippi River Delta. Up and down the fucking, it is stuff like this that is the reason why I assume that humans as a group are not very smart. Like on Men in Black, when Will Smith was like, but people are smart, they can handle this. And the other dude, I can't remember his name. Anyway, the other dude was like, no, people are stupid, panicky creatures. The average person, yes, they're smart. The individual is smart. People are not. And that's pretty true. It's not always true. Like, there are groups of people that can, yes, Tommy Lee Jones, that's his name. There are groups of people that can be smart, but we've seen, and I keep going back to the Heaven's Gate people. The Heaven's Gate people, they chose phenobarbital as part of their goodbye Kool-Aid. And do y'all know what phenobarbital does to a person that doesn't have epilepsy? It often gives them seizures. This is not a good way to go. I personally have never had a seizure, but I've watched Damon have seizures so many times. And that is not a good way to go. So for me, the Heaven's Gate group is a prime example of just how, regressed and dumb and panicky a group can get. Or the Manson family. Those people, there was so much wrong with that whole family. So yeah, I fully agree with what they were saying there, where, the average person, yes, smart. Most groups of people, not so much. Figured it was because that's who plays his partner in that movie, so to speak. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, seeing a student go through it once was enough for a lifetime. Exactly. Katerin. Yes. Katerin is no, that wasn't her. That was Wolfie's claws on the floor. Wolfie. So I haven't talked about Wolfie as much, but I often call him Sir Motherfucker because he just is such a bastard in so many ways. Um, Jesus damn. So yeah, Wolfie does not allow me to cut his nails. They are very long, but he chews on them. And he's taught Shira to chew on her nails as well. It's lovely. Yeah, let's not get you stuck on that. We'll think about all these lovely dogs I have in here snoring. Just snoozing away all happy and content. And I get to have all of them here with me. Okay, I've talked long enough. We need to get into our fourth and final sprint of the evening. Cuteness. So, all the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? So, Catherine came out and started wandering around, and I waited till she wasn't seeing me right then, and I snuck into the laundry room and replaced the panel so she can't get back in underneath the bathtubs. I'm so thrilled. Let's see. Hello! Finished my discussion post and got started on a short assignment I have due Sunday. Congratulations! You did amazing! Which I need to get rid of this timer. We're done. And I am going to just get all the sleep tonight. Agreed. Yay for Catherine. I'm so glad she's out. Like, I've still got the laundry room blocked off so that, like, that's her space and hers alone for right now. So that she, still has a safe place, just not under the bathtubs. And congratulations, Charlie. I broke my favorite pen that sprint, which is, I'm so sorry. But glad the cat's out. Yes. Did nothing that sprint, goofed off. Now I've got a right to reach my quota. Oh no. Absolutely. Yeah. So tomorrow is Saturday and it is members only. So anybody that is a member, hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Absolutely, Charlie. And yeah. For those of you that aren't members, I will be back on Monday for public sprints. And hopefully sometime in between there, I'll get stuff scheduled so that there's, so that you guys can see that on the page and stuff. Yeah, so I think that's it for tonight. I'm out of here. I'm going to go get some sleep and try to recover from the long day of moving. So thank you for being here. You are so appreciated and you are so amazing. You guys are doing so fantastic. Have to work, but I'll be here in spirit. I appreciate that. So, yeah. May you all wake rested, refreshed, and ready to kick the crap out of your day. Good night.
In my heart is a water